those guys with ties to the Nets that you mentioned was Caris Levert. Kenny Atkinson talked about Levert after yesterday's win and just the way he's playing.
You know, that was a big part when I came in, is to make another push, and he's bought in. But even tonight, I felt like he passed up like 2 or 3. It's like, and his teammates are like, "Come on, Caris, it's the curse of the great ball handler." You know, like, he's got such great handles, and his whole life he's been catching it and just like putting it down. Darius has some of that too. It's like for some reason they don't want to take the easy 3. They kind of want to make it a little more difficult. But it's changing his value to our team, his value for future contracts. You have to be efficient in the sport. That's what teams are looking for. That's what we're looking for. And man, he's turned the corner.
So, Ethan, I just figured out the key to Kenny Atkinson's success. He's telling guys to shoot threes. Who doesn't want to be told shoot threes when you have the opportunity?
Let it fly, let it fly, let it fly. I mean, they are the best ranked team when it comes to three-point percentage. They have been for a majority of the season. And let me give you some numbers, because it is absolutely astronomical how well this team is shooting the basketball. And we've talked about it a couple times on this show that the expectation is for them they're shooting over their heads. So the expectation is for their numbers to come down. As you mentioned, we're 27 games into the season now, and you have guys like Isaac Okoro who are shooting 49.2% from three-point range, and then right under him is Caris Levert, 48.8. The Cavs have 3 different players on their roster in the top 10 in three-point percentage in the NBA of players that have played at least 20 games, averaging 15 minutes per game. So you talk about all these different things, and then you look specifically at Caris Levert, a guy that was trying to get into the lane, trying to get to his mid-range game this year, and you talk about a lot of that coming into the season, and he's changed. He's upgraded his game. Last year, Caris Levert took 28% of his attempts from mid-range and 35% of his attempts at the rim. Then you talk about this year. He's taking 13% of his attempts from mid-range and 48% of his attempts at the rim. So that's a different number. It's a different shot profile. And Kenny had talked about in his previous years with Brooklyn, when he had Caris Levert on that team, that he felt like he failed Caris. He felt like he wasn't doing enough to get his shot profile to where it needed to be for him to be successful. And you talk about last night's game against the Brooklyn Nets. It's only the 5th time in his career that Caris Levert has knocked down 6 or more triples in a game, and his 2nd time he's drilled 6 in 1 half. So you talk about him being able to light it up from the perimeter, but also being able to get to the rim and all those different things. He's taken 6. I don't know what the number is for why the number is 6 for so many different things today, but he's taken 6 mid-range shots all season. That is exactly the different kind of profile that the Cavs wanted to see from him, and it feels like he's growing even at 30 years old. So maybe old dogs can learn some new tricks.